A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones, live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now, the Australian share market is poised to start the morning on a positive note. According to the latest by futures, the ASX 200 is expected to open the day 25 points higher. That's 0.3% higher. At the closing bell yesterday, the S&P ASX 200 was 0.1% or 4 points higher at 7,569. The best performing sector yesterday was healthcare. That was up 2.6%. The worst performing sector was materials, down 1.5%. The best performing stock in the S&P ASX 200 was Ramsay Healthcare. Their shares closed 24.2% higher at $80. The worst performing stock was Hub24. Their shares closed 6.5% lower at $24.28. Now, looking to some business news from this morning now, and container company Brambles reported sales revenue from continuing operations of $4.07 billion for the first 9 months of the financial year ending 30th of June. That's an increase of 7% at actual FX rates on the prior corresponding period. Revenue in North America jumped 11% and accounted for more than half the total revenue. Brambles says it now expects full-year sales revenue to rise by 8 to 9% on a constant currency basis, and it sees underlying profit growing by 6 to 7% and by 11 to 12% once $50 million of short-term transformation costs have been stripped out. And BHP this morning reports that their total copper production was decreased by 10%. Guidance for this financial year has been lowered to which reflects lowered production guidance for Escondida. That's their copper mine in Chile. They say their Chilean assets experienced a challenging operating environment in the March 2022 quarter due to a reduction in operational workforce as a result of a significant increase in COVID-19 cases in Chile, particularly the Omicron variant. Now, this is despite high COVID-19 vaccination rates and continued use of control measures at their operating sites. Escondida copper production decreased by 13%. And lead cloud connectivity and networking solutions provider Megaport reports strong growth in underlying monthly recurring revenue from core business as momentum in the indirect sales channel accelerates. During the quarter ending 31st of March, Megaport sold 1,577 new services. That's up 6% quarter on quarter for total services of 25,936. The average number of services per port of 2.88 is a record high. Well, now we're going to take a very short break. We'll be back with everything you need to know to trade today. I'll be back soon.
Crypto talk by Kalkine. The crypto market has been red hot given the Bitcoin rally since the past year. And now the most famous cryptocurrency has got competitors, Dogecoin and Ethereum. If the crypto market excites you, tune in with me, Sage, to know the latest developments about the existing digital currencies and the new ones that are joining the race. I'll help you understand the opportunities and the risks the crypto market has in store for you. For all the digital currency related developments, continue watching Crypto Talk by Kalkine.
Welcome back. I'm Rachel and you're watching the Morning Outlook Report. Now, US shares closed mixed yesterday as the tech-heavy Nasdaq was dragged down by weak Netflix earnings, while bond yields fell after a recent strong run. The US Federal Reserve is expected to continue to roll out rate hikes at upcoming meetings in its bid to get a grasp on spiking inflation, as several officials have struck a more hawkish tone. Complicating matters were signs of a slowdown in the US housing market as home sales fell to their lowest level in almost 2 years in March, and that's amid rising prices and mortgage rates. Over in Europe, the Stoxx 50 rose 1.7%, the FTSE surged 0.4%, the CAC gained 1.4% and the DAX ended 1.5% lower. The MSCI All-Country Stock Index was up 0.28%. The Australian and New Zealand dollars shot to 7-year highs against a sinking Japanese yen yesterday. And oil prices stabilised after large losses earlier in the week and another trip into negative territory yesterday. Oil prices have proven volatile recently as investors balance a drop in US oil inventories and concerns over tighter supplies from Russia and Libya, with broader concerns around economic growth. Brent crude settled up 0.4% at $106.80 a barrel. WTI ended unchanged at $102.75 a barrel. Gold edged higher yesterday on a retreat in the dollar and concerns over inflation and slowing economic growth due to the war in Ukraine, while looming US interest rate hikes capped gains. Spot gold rose 0.1% to $1,952 an ounce, recovering from a near 2-week low touched earlier. Well, that's all from me for now. Have a great day trading. Stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.